Hi everyone, Gina Craft, Facilitator of Technology Integration and Coaching, and I wanted to look over a couple of things with Nearpod. We've looked at Nearpod before, and Nearpod is a district purchase, but there's some hidden gems I kind of wanted to dive in a little bit deeper into to kind of help show you what may be available that you may not have even known was there. So Nearpod, you can get on Nearpod and Clever, or you can just go to the Nearpod website and hit to log in with Google. That's going to take you to a page like this. But I wanted to show you some of the options that you have as far as content. If you go here to the Explore the Nearpod library, this really big button, you could click that. It's also right here. But I'm just going to click that Explore the Nearpod library. And they've broken this down into some different things. So now we have a featured, which typically is centered around like different days that might be happening within the month or the week, that has lessons and activities. So for instance, if we're looking at Black History Month, then this is going to be like the main topic. And then you can see that there are lessons as well as a contest here. For the Black History Month contest, rap contest. That's pretty cool. So I can see that there are 172 lessons, and I can see that they span grades K-12. So if I click on this is going to bring up all of those lessons that are centered on this topic. In order to make sure you have that correct grade level, I would just check up in the top right corner, and it'll give you a suggested grade band for those lessons. Okay. I'm going to go back to Nearpod and go back to that library. So we have those featured. There's this new button here called Activities. So this is broken down into a couple of different things, either content area, grade band, or by activity type. Now, these are going to be activities that are not new information. You may have already done small groups or direct instruct or individualized instruction around this. And this is like a follow-up activity, kind of like maybe a formative assessment around that. So if I go to math, I can see all of these activities with those grade bands K2, 9, 12. So I can see that the type is drag and drop. So if I clicked on this very complex math, this is going to preview what this is going to look like. So I can see that this is not new information. This would be practice reinforcement, maybe just to kind of do a quick check on that understanding of that concept. So if I'm like, I love this, this is perfect, I'm going to add to my lessons. And then that's going to go to my library. When it's in your library, you then have the ability to either edit that, or if it's perfect just the way it is, you can do live participation or student paced. So a reminder, live participation means it's going at the same time for everybody. When teacher clicks something, the slide will move for the student, so that way everybody stays on the same pace together. Student paced is kind of like it's assigned to the student, and that student works at their own pace to complete those different things. So you do have those different options. So that's the Nearpod library. But something that we just recently built that we are continuing to add to is our district library. Our customer success manager, I had a meeting with him, and he said district libraries where a lot of that collaboration occurs, where a lot of like cross-teaming and cross-curricular things can happen. And so we really wanted to start to build a robust library. So if you go into district library in that gray on the left-hand side, this has so far been split up into these different concepts. So digital citizenship, equitable classrooms, all of these different things that then lessons can be added to these by anybody. So it could be a lesson that you find or a lesson you've edited for your classroom. Anybody can add anything to this district library. Let me show you how. I'm going to go to my lessons, and we're going to say it's this parenthetical citation, okay? You will simply click on those three dots in the top right corner, add to, and then district library. From here, you can choose a folder. If there's not a folder there that you want, I will be able to go in and reorganize things so I can kind of cluster things together into a new folder with like common denominators, so to speak. So then you'll just click add here, and then that'll go to that district library that I can then further organize if needed. One thing that I really like is this PD folder. So Nearpod has PD that can be like done on like an individual level, or if you wanted to, you could do it with like a team level, department level, grade level. So this is the PD opportunities are things that you want to learn about. The other lessons are things I want to teach, activities I want to do. This is something that I want to learn more about. So maybe we're looking at creating positive connections with our most challenging students. Maybe we're having classroom management problems, or just like the culture is not where we love it, where we want it to be. You can preview that lesson, and then you can actually work through that. You can add that in your own lessons. You just kind of work through some of those different things in here. These are created with partnerships with organizations and very established places that are research-based, so you know that it's going to be really good content. So the library, the district library, is something that we are continuing to build. The ed tech coaches and I are continuing to add things to, but definitely encourage you, like if you are using Nearpod, shout out to the middle school, you guys have the most data right now. If you're using Nearpod and you have like these dynamic lessons or activities that you're like, I might as well share it so that all of the kids are getting this transformative learning experience, as we're starting to really think more into like the 4 shifts and the technology implementation and integration and infusion and what that looks like. Add them to the district library. Sharing's caring. So I wanted to show you some of these like hidden gems in Nearpod that I'm really we are hoping is going to help transform how you teach, how your students learn, and really further engage them in a really meaningful way.